So I just got out of work, and this is my first video, and I guess I'm just explaining how I got to be Rastazi. I have a godson who I have custody of, and he was exploring religions, and he found the Rastafari faith and the lifestyle, and it's what he wanted to do. And he researched it and looked into it, and I encouraged him to do that, and he realized that there were a lot of people in the the Rastafari way of life who were very political minded due to their experiences in Africa and in Ethiopia and in Jamaica. And not all of them would consider a Caucasian Rastafari to be a true Rastafari. And my godson, being Caucasian, came to me and was like, but I agree with this way of life, I agree with this thinking, and this is what I would like to do, but they're not going to accept me or take me seriously. So I started looking into it and researching it, and a lot of it made sense to me as well. And he had some concerns, and they were valid. And the thing is, I respect the Rastafari way of doing things. They have reason to feel the way that they feel, but having not grown up with the kind of oppression and lack of justice and fairness that they've had to endure in places like Africa and Ethiopia, and I could not embrace their political views. And I started looking into finding Americans or Europeans who also wanted to be Rastafari. And as it turns out, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of them. And I was wondering why. And a lot of it had to do with cultural differences, political philosophies, social ideologies, and some of their other points of view as far as gender roles or sexual orientation and identification in regards to their faith didn't mesh with my concepts or my godson's concepts or the concepts that other friends and family members of mine had. And so I started thinking about trying to westernize this really beautiful concept of love and peace and what it means to be Rasta. And then I found the term from the Nazarite vow, meaning to separate by choice, by devotion, by belief, from something. And so I took that Nas and added it to the Ras and made the concept of Rastaza, to be a Rastaza or to be a member of the Rastazi faith, is a little more spiritual than it is political. There aren't really political viewpoints. Everyone has their own, whatever they may be, and it's people who follow a lot of the teachings and ideals and values and ideology of a Rastafari base, but with differences in points of view on politics and culture and that kind of thing. Still embracing the dreadlocks, obviously. Mine are about 3 months old, so they're coming along, but still rolling like crazy. And I had already been thinking about doing dreads, but I didn't understand them as anything more than a fashion statement or a sense of style, personal expression, which is fine, but when I think of it as a way of connecting to the divine, it's much more meaningful to me. And my godson is having a little more difficulty getting his hair to lock up. His hair is much thinner and finer than mine, but he's coming along now that he's faithfully hand rolling. And yeah, I guess that's the gist of the beginning of the Rastazi Faith Community. We decided to go with the idea of a community as opposed to a church, mostly because we don't need a building. If we choose to get together and meet, we can do it in someone's house, someone's basement, a meeting hall, a clubhouse, any place really. And there's a small number of us now, but hopefully that'll change. And we started the website, and hopefully in time we will get our articles of incorporation and become a legitimate church, much as that seems so foreign to me and to the other members of the community. But we choose our names and based on the 12 tribes of Israel, each one of those corresponding with a month of the year, a birth month. So, being born in November, I'm of the tribe of Gad, and I chose the name Kylia. I went through a list of Jamaican names, and it's strange because we still keep a lot of the appreciation for the Jamaican culture. Just different points of view, that's all. But again, you should tune in every once in a while, check us out, come by the site, rastazifaith.net, and remember that, it's all about the love. One heart, one love.